Hi, I'm Nara and welcome to part 1 of my video walkthrough of the middle fragment quest chain in Deepholm in the world of Warcraft Cataclysm Beta. Here we see the interior of the Temple of Earth, the starting point for your quests here in Deepholm once you travel through the Maelstrom from either Stormwind or Orgrimmar. On your left there's a portal to Stormwind, and on the opposite side of the temple there's a portal back to Orgrimmar as well. The big structure in the middle of the room is the World Pillar, which was broken when Deathwing broke through into Azeroth. The aim of the quests here are to rebuild the World Pillar and stop any further damage occurring to Azeroth. The first faction you will encounter are the Earthen Ring. They're the ones who send you on the quest to recover the missing parts of the World Pillar. Unfortunately, due to a server crash, the first part of this chain is missing, in which you encounter the Earthen Prince, Flint Ormantle. From that quest you were then sent out to assist the Earthen in the west of Deepholm. As I fly to my destination, you can now see the landscape of Deepholm and some of the damage that's been wrought on it by Deathwing's presence here. On the left you can see a Twilight camp, and the Twilight cultists do pop up fairly often in this zone in later quests. For your first 2 quests to assist the Earthen, you need to kill 12 of the invading Trogs and empower 12 of the Earthen defenders in the area. The mobs here have about 38,000 hit points, but they don't really hit very hard. My current gear is a mix of green and blue items from quests in previous zones. The mobs don't drop any money or loot at this point, but you are getting about 6,000 XP per kill. Once the Trogs are down, you can then use the item in your inventory to grant the NPC the buff for the second quest. The next quest see you sealing off gateways to stop the influx of Trogs, and also collecting some explosives for later use. The bombs you need to collect are really easy to see, and you can pretty much collect all 12 without aggroing any mobs at all. Here we have our Earthen Geomancer, and he'll be sealing off the gateways for us once we've defended him from any attacking Trogs, but since there's none around, I'm just going to collect bombs. This Geomancer is in combat, so I'll help him out and then I'll ask him to shut down the gateway in front of him. He summons a shower of rock which cuts off the Trog's entryways into this part of Deepholm. Once the 2 quests are complete here, you can move on to the next subset of the zone. The next part of the quest takes you to the fractured battlefront, where the fighting between the Trogs and the Earthen has intensified. From here you're given 3 quests, one of which is to collect 6 catapult parts, to help 10 of the fallen Earthen, and to kill 12 Trogs in the surrounding area. For the quest to kill 12 stone Trogs, you can either choose to kill some of the mobs that are already engaged in battles with friendly NPCs, or you can try and take out the ones standing around. However, the mobs are chained, so you might end up with a couple more than you expected. The quest to heal the injured Earthen is very simple. All you have to do is click on the selected mob and then click on the item in your inventory. This can also be done without aggroing any of the mobs in the surrounding area. The last quest I'm doing here is to collect the catapult parts. These will normally have a couple of mobs standing around between you and the part you actually need. The mob I'm currently fighting is a rogue and he sometimes avoids your attacks. We also have a shaman as well who's joined in, and he doesn't hit very hard and goes down pretty easily. The catapult part you actually need to loot is behind this main body here, so it did take me a couple of attempts to actually get in the right spot to get it, but not all of them are as difficult to reach as that. Once you've collected your 6 parts, you're done here and can move on to the next area. That's it for the first part of the video. Please carry on to part 2 for the continuation of this quest chain, and thanks for watching.